1, 2, yeah.
Today we have with us Dana Zedak, the director of the Rape Crisis Center, which is a benefactor to the event Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. Hi, Dana. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
My first question is, what exactly is Walk a Mile in Her Shoes?
Well, Walk a Mile in Her Shoes is an international event that focuses on bringing awareness about gender violence, specifically sexual violence, domestic violence, and seeks to get men involved in empathizing with the fact that women are mostly the victims of violence in our communities.
Good. How did you get involved with the event, and what role do you have when the event takes place?
Well, the International Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event started 12 years ago, and events are being held all over the world, which is really exciting. Our Rape Crisis Center here in Summit and Medina counties got involved in the event 9 years ago. So we're coming up on a 10-year anniversary in 2015. That's very exciting for us. We came across it, actually one of our staff was looking through the web, just trying to find how we could engage men in our movement and our cause more, and came across this Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. And the very first year that we had it at the University of Akron, we actually had it on campus that year. It was a Saturday morning, and we had about 30 people show up. So in our 9th year, we believe our total was about 600, and so that's quite a lot of growth. You know, that's very exciting. So I work with our staff. We have 5 staff members. Paul Henry, our outreach coordinator, was the chair of our committee, and the staff, along with a core group of volunteers from the community, really plan this event and get it rolling. So,
what would one expect to experience at one of these events if they're there for the first time?
That's a great question. I think everybody's experience is a little bit different, but in general, I think people experience fun. And that's what's so cool about this event. It's hard to bring awareness to sexual violence and rape, at the same time making something exciting and fun. You know, they're not topics that usually go together. And so the ability to get people excited about this cause, to bring some attention and empathy to survivors of sexual violence, at the same time people having big fun. So it's loud, it's musical, it's, you know, there's food, there's drink, everybody's checking out everybody's shoes and looking at the different teams. So, you know, I think when people walk away from that event, they feel like they had a good time and they feel good about giving to the cause.
Now, I think that the nation and society tends to shy away from certain topics of conversation. And I think that rape and sexual abuse is one of those topics. How do you think that you can make this a part of the national dialogue more? And how can we raise more awareness of this topic?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Walk a Mile is an event that really does just that. I mean, it really helps people to look at the numbers that are showing up at this event and saying people do care about sexual violence. Recent national news is focused on sexual violence. I mean, we're almost a year anniversary from the Steubenville case happening in Steubenville, Ohio, which got a lot of national coverage. And, you know, the White House just issued a press release on and guidelines on how to deal with campus violence. So our nation is looking at this closer, and I think we are seeing that with the numbers of people that are showing up for the Walk a Mile event. The FBI estimates that 1 in 4 women will be sexually assaulted at some point in her life, and so if you apply those estimates to the counties that we serve, we believe it's very possible that in Summit and Medina County, we have 59,000 women that have been sexually assaulted. So it's not just something that's the sensationalized story that we hear on the news. This is something that's happening daily in our communities. So we do need to raise the awareness, and we do need to pay attention to it. And we are excited here at Rape Crisis because we believe that is happening.
How do you think that the survivors, how are they affected by this event, and how are they having their voices heard?
I am so glad that you asked that question, because this was one of the first years that we put a very special focus on survivors. We wanted to keep the event fun. At the same time, we want people to remember why we're having the event. And so we had a survivor resource tent at this walk a mile. We had shirts that survivors could choose to wear to identify themselves as survivors. And what we hear from them is that they are unbelievably touched by this event. They come to the event not knowing quite what to expect, and feeling a little nervous because our society has such a bad view of someone who's been sexually assaulted, and they leave feeling supported and cared for, and recognized. And so to me, the most important people that are at our event are the survivors of sexual violence.
Now, are there any events that you'd like the viewers to know about that are coming up, or any social media pages that you'd like them to hear more about your events from?
Actually, we do have an event that's coming up in October. We, along with the Center for Child and Family Studies with the University of Akron, have a nationally known speaker coming to Akron on October 7th. His name is Jackson Katz, and he has been a longtime advocate against sexual violence and getting men involved in the movement. In addition to that, we definitely want people to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. We actually joined Facebook before Facebook said that it was okay to use the word rape. So you have to find us on Facebook by going to RCC of Medina and Summit counties. And, just trying to get people into the conversation about sexual violence. And, of course, our website has information about next year's Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. It'll be our 10th anniversary, and we're looking to make it bigger and better than ever.
Thank you again for letting us come and talk to you, and thank you for all that you've been doing for the community and the 59,000 survivors of sexual abuse that you've been giving a voice to, and for everything you've been doing in Akron, Ohio. And thank you for watching Today Akron Buzz. Be sure to tune in next time.